Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about the new upcoming Call of Duty game. And if you could hit the like and subscribe button, also hit the bell notification, it will help the channel grow. So today guys, we're going to be talking about the new Call of Duty, which is Modern Warfare 3. Um, Obviously we were meant to get a Modern Warfare 2 second year, but it looks like obviously Activision cancelled that for whatever reason, obviously for money, obviously, and just I don't even know anymore with this game and this franchise and this company in general. But let's just go through all this and obviously what's like the new features, the multiplayer, the campaign, and I don't think they mentioned the campaign on this, but I heard some information about the campaign. Obviously, apparently, obviously, it's following Modern Warfare 2's events and stuff. And apparently, from what I've heard, DMZ is not getting any updates from what I know of. So that doesn't sound good for DMZ players. But let's just go with this as in right now. This they're talking about right now, basically, yeah. So okay, yeah, the simple highlight here is Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 carry forward overview. From what I've read from all of this part, so basically the things that you've earned from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 will carry over basically. So like they've highlighted things like here, like your emblems, your gun, like as in cosmetics, basically the skins and all that stuff from the battle passes and the bundles you bought will carry over. So like content previously described, weapons and cosmetic content, example of which are shown in the above image, which is here, that have been previously unlocked or is currently available to players in Modern Warfare 2 will carry forward between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So like a small amount of content may be available if you game offerings. Okay, that's what I was gonna get to, but it seems like they just answered that. Okay. Piece of tactical, obviously, lethal equipment in any game modes and skins you will lock for these items in Modern Warfare 2. So it just looks like the cosmetics that carry over like this, basically all the thing. Okay, one thing I've heard, apparently, again, I just true or not, because obviously a lot of rumors are coming out. From what I've heard, apparently they're saying that the Modern Warfare 2 camo, which is the mastery camo, is only going to be for the Modern Warfare 2 guns. But the Modern Warfare 3 camo, which is going to be master, whatever it's going to be, dark, whatever it's dark matter or I don't know, just like any basic any mastery camo basically. Apparently it's going to be only for the Modern Warfare 3 guns. From what I've heard. So okay, the blog does not reference impressive amount of planned Modern Warfare 3 specific weapon, cosmetic content. Okay. Now on the asked question, was it okay? This is balls and stuff. I don't care about that. No, I'm joking. Let's just read it. You should expect Modern Warfare 3 content to be integrated into the Warzone at the start. Okay. Alright. Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 3. Accessible. Okay, I don't care about that. Who cares about mobile? Operator related. Okay. How does a carry forward work in regarding operator may have quite so again, yeah. So like I just said, operator skins and stuff like that. Player will not be accessed to display. Okay. You know, this the thing. I've done reading all that, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with this. The reason why they've done this, guys, is they just want you to buy bundles. Basically, what they're trying to say is that so people are already saying that this stuff's not gonna get carried in it from Modern Warfare. So obviously Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, and obviously people got put by that. That's the reason why, like, obviously with obviously not with the Warzone 1, the original Warzone. Obviously they were worried saying that if they're making Modern Warfare 2, as in Warzone 2, how's the stuff gonna carry from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2? Obviously they said that they couldn't carry on because it's a new game. Basically, it's technically basically revamped basically, and obviously they got rid of every single thing in the bundles like you got in the previous and the master commons you got. So they got rid of this. This is just really for all this year and all this stuff, like all this operators and guns, cosmetics. Don't get me wrong, on paper, brilliant. All these stuff carries. I've got some stuff that I bought and bundles I bought. And the battle pass stuff that I obtained basically from the battle pass. So obviously it's a good thing. I can't deny it's a brilliant thing. But they really done that just for the money's sake. They're not really doing it for us, really. They don't give a shit about us, let's just be honest. Okay, these are examples. Okay, this is the most important part now. So all that's done basically. So this this is breaking news from Modern Warzone, reliable source. Just have some questions here and then about how he says and what he says all the time, but let's just read through it. Breaking: every launch map in Modern Warfare 3 is reportedly a remastered map from the original Modern Warfare 2, which is Afghan, Derail, Estate of Favela, obviously High Rise. Basically, all the Modern Warfare 2 maps are gonna be on from day launch, from like it says. Look, every launch map in Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, it doesn't say here, but there was an article saying that from what I've read, I think Charlie Intel reported it out, or someone else reported it, saying that a reliable source came out saying that all these maps are gonna be here for since day launch. Because from what I know, from Modern Warfare 2019 to Modern Warfare 2, they were scrapped. From what I know, I think or what was it? Invasion. I think Invasion was scrapped. I think Invasion was meant to be in Modern Warfare 2019, but obviously that got probably cancelled at some point through development of some sorts. But from here, from what it seems like, they actually are gonna release all these maps. My personal opinion, brilliant and not good, because this is showing me signs again already that we've already played these maps. These are not new maps. Again, like what I said in my previous video, the first video I said, go watch it back. I said that we don't get any new maps. When a new map comes out, we don't look forward to it. When 2 years from now I have nostalgia from that map, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, do you remember that map? Or like in that sense, like you don't get any nostalgia. Obviously these maps you get nostalgia because these were brilliant maps. Like Derail was brilliant, Afghan was brilliant, obviously Rust, the best 1v1 map in Call of Duty history. Obviously Shipments too with that, and Nuketown. So obviously that's all that. Summary of yesterday's leaks. Okay, I just said that. 150 health. Okay, 150 health is kind of big. This year I'm gonna highlight this. The reason why this is big, from what I know of, Treyarch is known for having 150 health. Like the TTK in Modern Warfare is really quick, basically. Like you get melted quick, like just rapidly you get killed quick. So like that is a big change. I don't know if that's true or not. Again, it's saying leaks, but 150 out from Black Ops 4, I did like it, and I said that again in my first video. I said Black Ops 4, which things like they did right was the 150. I love that change. And it's more relying on gun, like basically gun skill in that sense. Because let's be honest, when you get killed quick, it doesn't feel that good. And let alone it feels more less of, no, sorry, 150 feels more of a better rewarding kill because you've shot more and you had to use better aiming in that sense of shooting someone. If you know where I'm coming from, basically. Red dots in minimap. Okay, I want to talk about this one. Red dots in the minimap, quick, yeah. So obviously, people. Okay, it's brilliant that's back. I know, obviously, by the guys, I forgot to say this, I should have said it, but Sledgehammer are developing this Call of Duty, by the way. Just wanted to confirm that. So, from what I know of, apparently Makarov, a lot of Call of Duty influencers or content creators have been getting some phone number, like these codes on their phones, basically. And apparently Makarov confirms that in a cryptic way of some sorts, that red dots are coming back. So, I think this one is true. Again, I don't know about I think this one is most likely true. I think that's true, and 150 I don't know about. But this one is true. Because today Makarov apparently confirmed, or some text or something, where it confirms red dots are coming back, basically. Map voting. Ooh, this one's a tough one. Map voting. I could see a possibility returning. Because people apparently have been obviously showing distress for obviously and being angered by the fact that they took out. I even said this, I know I keep repeating it, but I did say this in my first video. But from what I gotta be honest, like from these changes, the game does look more promising than Modern Warfare 2. But is it gonna be a Modern Warfare 2 clone? My personal opinion, yes. Let's be honest, it's just a Modern Warfare. It's literally Modern Warfare 2.5. Let's just be honest. It's literally there's nothing different, but. From these changing, yes, but let's be honest, we should have had these features in Call of Duty, like just in general. Not that these, yeah, you could have had that one to be fair. Like these two for me, these are mandatory things like we should have had, because these have been here since 2007, if I remember rightly, and you got rid of them from Modern Warfare 2019, which I did not get. I'll be honest, I did not get one bit. I didn't get the ideas of why they did that. But I'm happy they returned. I'm not going to celebrate like all the idiots on Twitter saying, oh my god, Call of Duty is back. Call of Duty is not back because of these two changes. Let's just be honest, they're not back. Stalker perk obviously returns. Modern Warfare 3, obviously, if you know that. Or Black Ops. I think Black Ops 2 did have Stalker, from what I remember. Tactical sprint recharge while regularly sprinting. Okay. That change, tactical sprint recharge while regular sprinting. How do I feel about that? Tactical. To be fair, we like fast pace, and if you lot played Vanguard, there was like this. Oh, what was it called? My God, I forgot. It was really hectic basically, and I think it was like 12v12, and it was like a game mode, and I think I can't remember what the mode was called, but there was like a different version, like 6v6. It was like a 4v4, and there was 12v12 and 8v8. I think 8v8, if I remember correctly. So I think it was combat pacing. That's what they called it. They kept mentioning, the developers kept mentioning something about combat pacing. This could do something with Vanguard and the one thing I can't deny about Vanguard. Vanguard had a lot of running in it compared to the like recent two Infinite Ward games. They did have more sprinting from what I've seen from like any game, like as in terms of like people moving around. I didn't see much camping from what I remember from Vanguard. Obviously that's the majority of the information there. So obviously Call of Duty can finally be good again. Obviously someone putting their fingers up. I feel like Modern Warfare 2 was an experiment just to see. I didn't like it. Didn't we all, brother? Alright, yeah, look, breaking there again. So basically like Charlie Intel is obviously leaking all this stuff out. Honestly, one thing hasn't been mentioned. Okay, now I want to talk about the things I want to see in Modern Warfare 3. I've just broken all the things down from obviously from what we've got basically. The things I want to see, and one thing that worried me about in the leaks, like this like just the leaks in general. Why hasn't Prestige not returned? Why has like no Prestiging has returned? Obviously the reason why they're not brought Prestiging back, simple as the Battle Pass system. I still do not understand why you cannot add no Prestiging back, because the Battle Pass system is understandable because that's the only rewarding in the game. I couldn't understand that. But why is there no Prestiging in the game? I think the old game, for me personally, like what I said, Cold War, for the past 4 Call of Duty games that have come out, I think Cold War was the best. And not just for the Prestiging, it felt like the most classic Call of Duty game for me personally. Going back to the Prestige thing, Prestige has been such a core fundamental of mandatory, as in that, I'm gonna say that word mandatory thing again. It was like these two things, like the red dots and map voting, these two things, like these were big. The thing is, I'm not trying to say Call of Duty can't change. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying these are things that no one asked, like, why are you going to take red dots off the map? Why? Like, what was the necessary point? Obviously, I know I'm not going to backtrack on that and the map voting thing again, because I've just already talked about it. Let's just leave that for now. But the Prestiging thing, I didn't see no one complain about that. And I repeat it again. The only problem I had with Prestiging was not getting reward while you're Prestiging. The time there was a risk and reward for Prestiging. You lose all the custom classes, and you get reward like with a sick emblem, with a sick calling card, or like a something that's exclusive, and you got that cool badge next to your name. I like the, like, I don't get me wrong, I like the animated prestiges in Modern Warfare 2, but it doesn't feel as in much as rewarding as in the past we had it. I think personally Prestiging is a thing that should be with these, like the red dots on the minimap, sorry, and map voting. 150, I'll be honest, that's kind of 50-50. In some games it's too much, but in, like, I'll give you a great example right now. Battlefield had this type of health. Battlefield fans might disagree with me, because I played Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Bad Company in it. So obviously I have got that bit of experience with Battlefield. But from what I know, this will be good for Battlefield players. From what I know of. And Battlefield obviously has more of that, what's that saying, where you're more of a meatbag, as you want to call it, but yeah, because you need to basically be shot on more. in Call of Duty it's less shot. But the reason why I think 150 health is good, the change, because let's be honest, Modern Warfare 2, you die instantly. It's like playing, it's like, honest God, it's like playing hardcore. It's literally playing hardcore. But obviously, it's not hardcore because you still have to be, you kind of have to shoot the person a bit more, but you know what I mean. So, what's another thing I want personally? I think the pick 10 system. I think, okay, this is the thing now. There's obviously Warzone, and obviously they're going to have to integrate pick 10 system and integrate into Warzone. I don't know how they'll do that. They're going to have to find a way. I've not heard any rumor, and I'm kind of worried and scared about how they're going to make custom classes. Because for me, the most important thing in multiplayer and in Warzone is customizing your guns, your perks, your lethals, your equipments, basically. Those are the most important things. Those are the things that you go out on the field with, basically, yeah? So, I've not heard any single rumor about it. These are things I personally want. So, my other thing I personally want is better maps. That's another thing. The more 3-lane designs, basically. But slash not kind of more of a 2 type of flavor where you can just... There is not like how Joe Seacott or whatever his name is, the flicking multiplayer head developer, whatever you want to call him, he said safe spaces, which is technically usage or what he's using it by is technically true, because Mark 2 did have some safe spaces, but not in the sense he was going it by, because they're just doors and he loves his doors. But I do want kind of some safe spaces, but I want 3-lane designs, like how Modern Warfare 2 did it basically. Like some of these maps, like Karachi was a brilliant map, for example. It had some highlights. I had some highlight spots. It was brilliant for It was brilliant for like domination. Like brilliant. I remember like there was that middle part where you had to go for B. It was such a brilliant map for that. I remember how hectic it was. Like the Semtex, obviously the grenade launchers. We're talking about Modern Warfare 2, flicking effing sake. Obviously I just love that map. Like don't get me wrong, it is gonna be nostalgia. And this was my first Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Obviously the original Modern Warfare 2. Obviously. Like, it's kind of sick, I can't deny it, but I'm sad that we're not getting any new maps. And obviously we're going to get new maps. I'm not going to be overstepping, but I'm just trying to say, like it's like having shipment in every Call of Duty game now. And I know the next Strike game, whatever it's going to be called, is going to have Nuketown. That's just mandatory again. It's just like, it's been consistent with Nuketown. So going back to my point, anyway, what else do I want? Okay, this is the most important, because what's the most important thing for multiplayer is progression. Progression is the most important. That's what keeps you playing. That's what makes you come online with your friends, or you just want to play just a regular game, basically. Just want to relax, play Call of Duty, having good progression in the background. I genuinely don't think the battle pass system is working anymore. From what I've seen from these kind of events from Modern Warfare 2 currently, there's like this, I think from like the task 141 versus what they call Commander Shepard's General Shepard, sorry, his unit, I forgot what they called, Shadow Company or some shit like that, if I remember. Like they're doing a verse, you get some, like you get the camo, you get a classic soap skin, so it's kind of sick. That's reward. Like see, that's community driven, which I was talking about, such as map voting. Those are community driven. And by the way, I forgot to mention, but they need to bring back lobby leaderboards, by the way. Please bring that back. I don't know why they got rid of that. But again, obviously, in this day and age, look at Battlefield, for example. They got rid of the leaderboards because apparently it promotes bullying. But that's a different matter. So rewarding, as in, how would I do it? How would I implement it? Personally, the bundles / the battle pass system is not rewarding. You're paying for getting what you're meant to earn, basically. That's what it is. Basically, what you're doing, you're just paying for stuff. Wish you could be the one. Like for example, they had The Boys. I've not watched The Boys, but it's massive pop culture references, obviously, isn't it? And it's big in this day and age, The Boys. Like you've seen the memes of Homelander everywhere. So people were stoked about him, like seeing him and stuff. So obviously it was big. And obviously I didn't care as much as just another crossover character. Just like basically crossover character. So like I don't mind you paying for those bundles. But the bundle that I kind of find stupid is where you're paying something. I can't remember. I think it was like Damascus, where you could earn in Modern Warfare 2. You have to pay for like 2,000 COD points. And I was like, we literally just get that in Modern Warfare 2019, sorry. And it's where I go back to the point with supply drops. People are saying supply drops need to come back. No, they should not come back. We're talking about Activision. You're just giving them more, like, ideas just to be assholes, basically. I'm trying to say, find a fundamental what works both ways. You can. I'm not saying you can't earn money as a company. Like what I said, I can understand companies they want to earn money because that's what how a business thrives. Basically, is earning money from the consumers. And what I'm trying to say is, make events like what we're currently having, like do like a daily reward and like / weekly reward, do like season monthly like progression, like as in earning a massive reward, like say like a Captain Price skin from the Gulag mission from Modern Warfare 2, and that as a skin, like operator levels, unlock them like mastery combos on them. That's rewarding, and that I could have put prestiging into that too, because that's prestiging too. With that's rewarding. You can add more prestiges down the layer, make the game more grinding. Because as in hardcore Call of Duty fans, such as me, who's been playing the game for 13 years, one thing I loved about the old Call of Duty games, they were just fun with rewarding. Like, okay, in that sense, I might be blind by nostalgia. Modern Warfare 2 didn't have much rewarding, but again, it had that prestige that carried the game, and other things that carry, like the sick calling cards and the emblems. Like the emblems in this game, I genuinely did not care. And obviously, the way I look at it, I hope Sledgehammer improve, because I know from World War II they had an overhaul halfway through the development, but it was too late because people already moved to Fortnite or whatever game came out at that time. I just hope and pray to God that I just want Call of Duty back, man. That's simple as that. I just got nothing else to say. I just wish Call of Duty is back. And do I think Modern Warfare 3 is gonna be good? Yes and no. Sledgehammer's track record has not been good. I just hope to see. It's coming around November the 10th. Do I recommend people buying this game day one? No, I don't personally. Obviously, I'm gonna buy it because I'm gonna review the game. I'll say get it on discount. But if you're a hardcore fan like me, get it. But if you don't, like, not much into Call of Duty anymore, but you're still okay with it, go for it. But I'll say wait for the Christmas, when obviously the Christmas discounts happen, or the New Year discounts, whatever happens. Get it then. But it's up to you. If you want to get it, get it. I think that's pretty much today. Yeah, guys, just Modern Warfare 3 is coming. It's coming. That's all I'm saying. Okay, guys, that'll be all today anyway. Make sure to hit the like button. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification, please. And stay active, stay hungry, and God bless.